Running a little slow today, as I can see.
Okay.
Everybody, how are you doing? The little show about big things. The computer was running a little slow. It is Toxic Thursday with Carol Brandolino, folks. How you guys doing? It's Thursday, May 15th, and it is almost spring, summer action compared. It's almost 85
Yeah.
degrees today, folks. So
Yeah.
it's a little warmy out there. So we're finally used to get some normal heat every day, which is supposed to be good. I thought it was supposed to rain today, but it looks like we need rain too. Anyway, check the
Mhm.
website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, but mostly it's dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show. Our military, our veterans, thank you guys so much. We're going to have a great show lined up for you today. Let's go to work. Yes, indeed. Let's hope this works. All right, here we go. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Toxic Thursday. Tony O, Carol Brandolino in the house. Carol back from Field. Where are you at today?
Beautiful downtown Joliet in the office.
Down here, you got a different background, I see. A different background,
Yeah,
right?
I'm just in a
It's
different
a different
corner.
room?
Just in a different corner.
Just a different corner. Okay. There you go. All right, that works. That works. We're going to have some fun today, folks. So, as we try to do every night, every day when we do the show, let's get right to our sponsors, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Brand new locations, folks. Foxford Grove, Illinois, and Richmond, Illinois. Scott's Nature Scrapes Color Enhanced Mulch. That's right. Three for $9.99. The best deal of the season, only for our Ace Rewards members. Save $50 on a Blackstone 2-burner grill, only $2.99 down from $3.49, and 25% off Blackstone grill accessories. Grill your Ace off for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And through May 26, folks, it's very simple. Save 10% when you buy 3 or more assorted seasonings and rubs. Save $100 on the new Tangier, including Wi-Fi, regularly $799.95. Sale right now, $6.99. For even more saving customers that download the Ace Rewards app link, and their Ace Rewards will earn an instant $10 coupon with every purchase. That's our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, and don't forget to tell them to grill your Ace off, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. A lot of good stuff going on over there at Ace Hardware, folks. So I'm very happy that that's going on. All right, Carol's in the house today. We're ready. I want to thank everybody that showed up last night at the Carnival. If you've never been to the Carnival downtown, it's like Circus Olay. It's got people, the girls swinging from the ceilings. It's a pretty cool event. But we play up in the Speakeasy, which is a small room, holds about 100 people, and Rat Pack show there. I want to thank Bill Marovitz, and it was great seeing Rick Tangier from. We want to thank Senator Jimmy DeLeo, former Senator Steve Lombardo, owner of Gibson. Kim Peterson LaFew stopped by. Zello, the queen herself, came. The great Irene Michaels was there, and the list goes on and on. So it was like the who's who of some of the people in the city of Chicago for being there. So, and again, great job, Jerry Jams, Elliot, and Bill. It was very, very cool. Now, tonight, we're going to do it all over again. We're going to be, at this time, we're going to be at Ron Onesti's Rockin' Ravioli or Legends Theater, the little room right now, about 150 reservations. So that's pretty cool for that room. It is, I think it's a 7:30 or an 8 o'clock hit. I'm trying to come up with both. One says 7:30, one says 8. So we're trying to figure out exactly what time. We're going to find out in a couple minutes. But that show is tonight with Ocean's Rat Pack. So oshows.com. I think it only holds 160 people. So we're probably right at the max, but I'm sure we can get people in if they want to go. So, guys, that's tonight. Tomorrow, Chicago Prime Steakhouse, and Saturday, Martinis in May, which is completely sold out in St. Germain, Wisconsin. A 5-hour drive. Woo! It's a long one, but it's a lot of. It's a good one, but it's a long one. Absolutely. Couple things also, folks. May 14th, 1998, Frank Sinatra died. Now, 1998, how old were you, Carol?
I don't even know. 20? I'm not sure.
Do you remember?
20, in my 20s, mid to late 20s.
Remember?
Yeah. I do, but I don't remember.
Do you remember hearing that Frank Sinatra died?
No, I don't remember where I was.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but do you remember hearing about it?
Oh, of course.
Did you remember coming at came out? Yeah. I mean, it was everywhere. We were performing in Aruba because at that time we were doing 8 weeks a year straight in Aruba. I mean, we got there 8 weeks there. I mean, it was cool, but it was also kind of boring. I mean, 8 weeks we did 1-hour shows a day. We were stuck on the island for 8 weeks. So it was pool, sun, booze. I mean, it was crazy.
Oh, poor
But we found out that night. It was horrible, yes. But we found out when Frank Sinatra died, and that's where I was when Frank Sinatra died. So, wow. And, it's amazing how his music still carries on. And not only to the older generation, but a lot of the younger generation are grasping onto it too, which I think is kind of cool. So St. Francis Albert Sinatra passed away on the 14th of May, 1998. I don't know if you guys remember where you guys were at. All right, let's see who's watching here today, folks. And if it goes to it, a little slow today. There's Jerry Jams. Nice job last night. I was sad when Dean Martin died. He was my favorite. Carol, yes, Dean Martin died. I think it was on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. That's why a lot of people. Nanette, Carol said you were 25 when that happened. There you go.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Nanette, for that.
My math wasn't working.
Thank you, Nat. There you go. Emo, I remember Emo from Florida. Jerry, 8 o'clock hit. So it's an 8 o'clock hit tonight. Thank you, Jerry Jams. I was there, my stepdaughter's birthday. So you guys all kind of remembering where you were when Mr. Frank Sinatra passed away. Pretty sad news. So okay, so that's the time. 8 o'clock, we have for Rockin' Ravioli. We're going to go right to headlines this time because I noticed I was writing down stories, but I was missing a lot of the good stuff. So because I've got stuff that goes back like 2 weeks. So some of these stories might be just a little because I save them and then I'm trying to save this, tell the story, but some of them already passed. But we're going to get right to some of this stuff here right now. It is Toxic Thursday with Carol Brandolino in the house. She's back in town, and we are here in Elk Grove Village. So we're going to get right to some interesting stuff and just go fly by night and see what happens here. Okay, there you go, Carol. Did you know that people who need a fan to sleep are more creative, but have a high tolerance response?
A high tolerance response. Okay, like to pain, or what's the tolerance?
I guess I don't know, but do you sleep with a fan? I sleep with a fan.
My daughter, my son, and my daughter both need it. They both need it on these days a little bit once in a while because I get hot flashes sometimes. So on the days that I have the hot flashes, the fan goes on, but not always. So
there you go. Okay, so so like I said, we I got the fan going everything time. So But sometimes you got to watch how you sleep too, because sometimes you can wake up and it hits the side of your mouth, or when you open your mouth and you wake up and your throat's all because of all that air coming in and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Boyd says, there she is. You look beautiful with color on your face. There you go, Boyd. Carol.
Oh, me?
This is from Boyd saying,
thank you.
Are you looking beautiful with color on your face? There you go.
Got a little
Paul Luca is in the house. He's there you go. Paul Luca in the house from Gold Coast Tickets. Gold Coast Tickets. If you're looking for, Paul is the guy to go to, folks. Paulie Luca. Make sure you check that out. GoldCoastTickets.com for your concert needs. All right. So, yeah, some of these stories are interesting. How about this? Now, this is I think we might have talked to this. I'm not quite sure, but a man loses $25 million and he can't get it back. Court rules that casinos are not illegally obligated to stop compulsive gamblers. What do you think, though, Carol? They're sitting there, they're gambling. They know they're losing a lot of money. Should the casino stop in and say, hey, buddy, you might want to stop? Now, he just lost $25 million and he can't get it back. I mean, it's almost like a bar. They do cut you off at the bar if you drank too much, correct?
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, but the thing is at the bar, you could get killed, right? Or you could kill somebody driving home if you're drinking and driving, because they're going to be liable, right? So this is why the bars typically do that. They want your money, trust me. But the gambling thing, you know what? I didn't know about this. They should maybe if there is a moral or ethical code, but that doesn't exist anymore. But what I was wondering is, don't they stop you from gambling if they think you're counting cards or if you're taking too much money from the casino? I mean, they stop you when you're winning too much, don't they? So, I
agree with you that if they think there's cheating going on, if there's something going on, you're right. They will stop you. And it's been proven. So,
yeah,
I don't know. You're losing $25 million. It's really okay. A little bit of the casino's fault. You have the gentleman has a problem if he's gambling, right?
He needs to sign himself off, of whatever. People do sign themselves out of the casinos, or you can't go back in. If you sign yourself off.
You have to sign yourself out so you can't go back in, and that's the first part to really help you if you have that problem. There you go. Dave says it is his problem. You used to be absolutely right. Makes sense. Okay, people who interrupt you often aren't always rude. They have higher processing speeds and anxiety.
Mm-hmm. Why are you looking at me?
I do the same thing. I interrupt all the time. So I'm like that all the time. Yes. So
agreed.
Yeah, it's amazing where they come up with some of these stories. Here is the rumors again, Carol, about Obama, Barack Obama, and his wife, Michelle Obama. Obama's former Martha Vineyard summer home list for divorce on sale. $39 million. They're trying to sell it as divorce rumors ramp up. When they sell their big home over there, I think something's up.
Yeah.
I think something's up.
Yeah. Where there's smoke, there's fire. There's a lot going on. She looks really pissed off lately. I mean, she was always kind of pissed off and, kind of whiny, but she's definitely, she's not happy right now. And you can see it in her interview.
No. And she's got to be, and like I said, with the hormones, whether she's a man or a woman, we don't know. She's going to be going through a lot of situations right now. Fox News and Microsoft co-owner Bill Gates will give away virtually all his wealth within the next 20 years, saying he made it after reading a lot of books. Bill Gates pledges to give away all his wealth and close his foundation. I don't know, man. If I had all that money, would you give it all away?
I mean, not all of it, but I mean, I would. You could spend it more wisely, like humanitarian wise. There's a lot of people that need help. I mean, why not?
Well, I'm sure you're going to give it to charities.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure, there's a lot of people that's what Elon Musk is doing. So maybe he's giving it to people that need help, and maybe this man should do the same thing because Bill Gates is a lot of start of this crazy problem that's going on in this world. I would help people. That's exactly what I would do, and I'm sure he might to his own little party of people. I don't know, but yeah, that's a good one, folks. We got Mary Grievous watching. So, Mary, how are you doing, my dear friend? And we're going to get some real estate. Man, this thing is just moving a little today. Let's go to real estate at its finest. Mary Grievous, folks. That's right. It's still not up yet. Moving a little. No, Don Esteban Cigars got there. I don't know how that happened. Everything's moving a little slow today, folks. So a little bit of time. I don't know. The last couple of days have been going good, and all of a sudden now it gets a little nutty. So, all right, there they are again, and I'm trying to get rid of this. I'm so sorry. Anyway, okay, we're gonna hit this. Get rid of that. Let's make sure it moves. Now it's finally moving, folks. Okay, now we're going to try to get back to Mary Grievous over here. Sorry about that. Computer's moving a little slow. Oh, there's Ace. Okay, there's Mary. Jesus Christ. Don't just call me when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact me when you're considering buying or selling. She's your forever agent, Mary Grievous at Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate, Grievous at StarkRE.com, 630-688-1725. She'll take care of all your real estate needs, folks. And also, she's booking the NTD Vacations, the cruise ship, folks, which we're excited to announce. There's going to be the third one with Seventh Heaven. It's going to be happening January 17th to January 25th, 2026. It's the MSC, a brand new ship, World American. It's an Italian-owned ship. We're excited. This is going to be a 7-night Western Caribbean cruise, Miami, Honduras, Costa Maya, Cozumel, and Ocean Cay. So far, it's Tony Ocean, the main event band. We know Seventh Heaven is going to be there, and they got a lot more stuff. So go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com, put in Tony Ocean, or better yet, give Mary a call at 630-688-1725 and tell him, hey, Tony Ocean sent me. I want to go on that cruise, and it's going to be fantastic. And it's much cheaper now going in January than it is in March. So that's going to be a lot of Toxic Thursday. Carol Brandolino. How about President Donald Trump on Newsmax announced that he's a former prosecutor, Judge Jenny Pirro, for interim U.S. Attorney General for the Washington, D.C. I like her. Do you like her? She's got some, she looks like she's got some balls.
She does have balls, and she knows what she's talking about, and she is straight and to the point. I love her. I love her. She says it like it is.
I love her too. And when we mean she's got balls, not like Michelle Obama. We're talking about a real, like, hard. I mean, she's a tough cookie, man.
Hard one.
Yes, she's a tough cookie, man. I mean, some of the people that President Trump is appointing, they do have some, they're tough, and they don't take any bullshit. And that's what we need, I think, right now in this country.
Yeah, it is. It is.
This came from a quote from Paul Vallis, the guy who did originally run for governor or mayor, excuse me. Illinois has seen 1.6 million residents leave the state of Illinois since 2000. Can you imagine that, Carol? 1.6 million people have left Illinois, with neighboring Indiana and Wisconsin being two of the three top destinations Illinois residents are moving to. According to U-Haul's annual survey, since 2015, Illinois has been 49th and 50th with the least people. They're all moving out of the state. I mean, you heard this before. Would I don't know if I even asked you this. Would you move out of the state if you could?
Yeah, I think I would. And I get it. People want to go to Florida and stuff. I would love something like that, but that's a big move. But to Indiana, I have friends that live out there in certain areas like Munster and stuff. There's some beautiful neighborhoods out there, great schools. They love it out there. I would definitely seriously consider it at some point. It's an easier move, much closer.
And it's not, and it's not that, it's not that far from where you're from the south side, right? So how far is Indiana from where you are right now?
40 minutes.
You're not.
Yeah,
that's not too bad. Yeah.
No.
So I don't know. I would love to move to Wisconsin. I don't think my wife would. I'd love to move to Wisconsin. because it's the same thing. People are very nice out there. Everything's a little, so I don't know, but in reality, where are we going? At least where I'm going, I don't know. With all this, with the kids here and everybody, the grandkids now, we get more and more. Kellen just celebrated his one birthday. It's a little hard, but if you can go, folks, and you don't want to stay in this particular state the way it is right now. Now, here's something that's interesting. Generation Z, Carol, Generation Z women are choosing older men over guys their own age. Man, it's not because they're sugar daddies.
What's the reason then?
Well, they're saying that they're just more mature. They know more of their stuff. They've been around. Some of the younger generation right now. Now, Gen Z, what age would Generation Z be?
Gen Z, I think they were born in the 80s or something, maybe. In their probably they're the generation below, behind me. So probably 30s, somewhere around there, 30, 45, maybe. I'm not good at this, but yes, they're right before.
Yeah, I'm not good at this either. Yeah, I agree with you. Do you? Have you ever dated somebody your own? Okay, is it okay? I mean, I don't think it's a problem. I think when there's a certain age is different, but I think we might have talked about this before. I mean, what's the cutoff? What's the cutoff you think is the right age? If a person's 30 years old, is 50 too old?
No, listen, who are we to tell anybody who they can and can't date at what age? That's their business. Do I think sometimes it's a little weird? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Personally, right now I'm looking out there and seeing what's going on in this dating world, and it is a cluster. Capital F. I'm going to tell you that right now, because people that don't want to do the online dating, which I would never want to do because I hear horror stories. Horror. And I don't know. I would date somebody. Well, look, I'm like 51 now. Okay. So I don't want to go too much older. Right. I still want to, although I have to say your group of people, like your people that come out and see you perform, I'm going to give them a shout out. The men that go to your shows, the older men, they dance, they have a good time. They're gentlemen. It's like old school and they have personalities. Then you go see guys that are maybe a little younger than me or my age, and it's like they're duds. Like they don't do shit. And I'm like, oh my God, what do you have to choose from?
You know what? I agree with you. My audience in general, I think it's because it is the old school. I think it's because the way they were brought up. I think the way you're brought up, we talk about this over and it makes a lot of sense. I think the generation or even the generation, I don't think they have it. A lot of the new younger, I don't know, probably you're saying a lot of people probably do date online dating more than actually meeting somebody face to face and getting to know somebody, then asking them out. You know what I mean? They probably don't know how to do that, this new generation.
No, they don't. And they prefer to just text and their faces are on the phone the whole time. And you know what? I think you really just need to know. Do you like to put 3-4 things out there? I like to go out. I like to listen to live entertainment. I don't have to be running around all the time. I like to be home too and chill in the yard, do a barbecue, beach. I like all that stuff too. Yeah. But the things that you really love to do, you got to have some things in common so you could go out and do things. You know what I mean? But you can't sit around and wait for people to call and text. It's so bad. People are so bad at it. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. And like I said, it's got to do with the generation of this generation. Yes. I think it destroyed everything. You're absolutely right. So thank God we still got some of the old school morals that people that are out there. Joe and Jill Biden on View. They were on The View last week. I did not see this, but did it change your mind how they covered up the lies about the president's ability to run our country? Do you believe he was in control? If not, who was making the executive decisions? Now, I know it's a little bit of old news, but we wouldn't even brought it up, but because they were The View. After you actually seen him towards the end, or especially that debate, he didn't look like he was all there, right, Carol? I mean, I know it sounds, because I'm not a Joe Biden fan, I'm not just saying this. I just think that someone was definitely running this country.
1,000%. It was well, people say the Obamas, people say his wife, people say other, because other politicians. But here's the thing: I saw a couple of clips from The View, like on these podcasts I watch. They'll show clips, and he was talking.
Yeah.
And his wife took over the conversation immediately. She started, it was like she was his lawyer. Like she started talking for him and putting information out there. And, it was just sad again. And one of the guys that I watch, on a podcast, he's like, he had commented about it. And I said, it felt like she was going to pull out the pudding and start feeding him because he says it all the time. Like, it was like she was, what the hell? People, they were saying they were going to get him a wheelchair towards the end. Of course they knew he wasn't himself. He wasn't healthy physically or mentally. Everybody knew it. His own party knew it. That's why they wanted him out. It wasn't a secret.
They wanted him out, right? Exactly. And but it's the covering up all the lies, the thing that people really getting to. It's crazy. Blue, there's blue eyes, there's brown eyes, right? There's green eyes, there's different type of eyes. There's a brand new color they came out with. I did not realize this. How does that happen? I don't know. But scientists discover a brand new color called OLO. That's OLO, which is hints of green and blue. Actually looks pretty, I don't know if you can that looks pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, right? That's kind of cool.
So, I don't know how they come up with that, but that's interesting news. Okay, here's another question. Here's someone sent this in. Roberta from Hinsdale sent this in. Tony, what's something that can make a woman instantly unattractive?
Uh-oh. What do you think? You're a man, so you tell me.
It could be the same thing. It would also be the same thing as a man being unattractive, right? I mean, you can probably use
double standards. But there's double standards for men and women because certain things are accepted for men and not for women and vice versa. So for a woman, what could make her unattractive other than Crocs immediately?
Yes. Boy. I don't know. There are a lot of things for me. Old school is important. You know what I mean? But with what I hear from a lot of my single friends when they're looking for women, what they're saying, what's unattractive is that they're so not unattractive, but they're kind of intimidated because a lot of the women are kind of very confident. They don't need a man in this world. And back in the day, some of the old school men had to have that woman that said, okay, honey, they needed that guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's not like that. A lot of guys who don't want to go up, that don't want to go up and start conversations. They feel very intimidated by that. And that's what I hear all the time.
I didn't know that.
I don't know, if people talk a little too much, but I talk a lot. So it's hard for me, for my thing. So I don't know. You're sitting there, Kara, with a bunch of your girlfriends. And what makes like one of your girlfriends not unattractive to you? Like saying, what the hell, you're making our party look bad or you're making our group look bad. What would you say in a woman's perspective?
Too loud. Like you're trying to get way too much attention. I know I'm loud, but I'm naturally loud. I'm not trying to be that person. I think I'm naturally just loud, and I'm partially deaf, I think, right now. So I think that's why I'm even louder than I should be. But I think that show just too obnoxious. I don't like overly obnoxious, that's why I try to be very careful about it. If I have a few cocktails, I'm just like, ooh,
But I think everybody's like that when you have a few cocktails, number one.
Yeah.
I also believe that if you're in certain nationalities, just like Italians, we are loud. Greeks, they are loud. Whatchamacallit. Let's see here. Guys are just like that. Jerry says, Gina says, don't guys want a woman who has their shit together? I think they do. Also, their political views. Oh, that's a big turnoff for me too. I mean definitely big. Boyd says over opinionated. Okay.
Okay. You know what I don't like? I think women that are overly flirtatious, like if they have to be with, like, have to have the attention of every man in the room or at the table or this or that, that is a turnoff. I think for men, it's got to be, and then for women too, it's almost like why do you have to have the attention of every single? I mean, if you're trying too hard, if you're trying too hard and you're throwing yourself out there and need to be the center of attention, that's a red flag and kind of a turnoff, I think. Same for a man too. If he's trying to be the loud, obnoxious, everything, attention has to be on him and bragging, I can't.
Yeah. And you know what? There's guys like that that would tell you everything they have the minute they meet you. You know,
yes.
It's like, hey, I own this. My father is this, and vice versa. It could be with a woman too.
Sure.
Jerry says, there you go. Jerry says smothering and needing.
Yeah.
Smothering. Okay, there you go. Jealousy is another one. Jealousy is another one that's bad on both sides, no matter what it is. I agree. You guys come up with some good stuff, Pamela. You guys all coming up with some great opinions and stuff like that. I do appreciate that. You got to bet on the hormones. Yeah, pheromones. There you go. Yeah, good point there, Boyd. Very good. Okay, so thank you for some of the questions. Toxic Thursday, folks. Me and Carol Brandolino are in the house. 24-year-old woman saved $97,000 by eating only eggs and bread every day. She aims to save $1,300 million by the age of 40. This Mia McGrath saved $97,000 by just eating eggs and bread. Her goal is to acquire $1.3 million by the age of 40 to achieve full financial freedom. She currently lives in rent-free with her parents and buys secondhand clothes instead of splurging on clothes.
Well, living rent-free, honey, of course you're going to save money if you're fucking living rent-free. I mean, Jesus Christ. And I mean, there you go. That's all you got to do.
I mean, right there alone, you're living rent-free. But just eating eggs and bread. I mean, come on.
But eggs
and you're going to lose weight if that's all you're eating. If that's all you're eating, you're going to lose weight too, right?
Right. Yeah. Or you're going to stink. Who knows? That's gross.
Move with somebody or rent free. Let's see what happens. Right? Rent is so expensive. We were just talking about this last week, I think, where a regular 9-to-5 job right now at a regular minimum wage, you can't even afford an apartment right now these days.
Nope. No, you can't. There's no way.
Yeah, it's very unfair too, because the younger generation, even if they're ones that want to work and they want to go out there and they can't even do it even if they got a decent job.
No, and there'll be no money left over. They could do it probably, but if you're going to rent, you need, like, I was just talking about this because, I have a teenager at home that keeps, saying, well, I'm going to move out when I'm 17, 18, whatever. And I'm like, where are you going to go? Like, even if you get a regular job, do you know they need 2 to 3 months down of your rent in advance? You're thousands of dollars just to rent a place, especially if you don't have credit, good credit, bad credit. I mean, there's no way. There's no way people can afford it right now. They need to have 2 or 3 people, living with them, roommates. That makes sense.
And Jerry, good point. Your rent is high. God forbid your car breaks down. Anything you have to fix on the car. I mean, you're screwed.
Right.
You're screwed. It's just horrible right now what's going on with this. The way everything is. It's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Time to pay the bills, folks. We're talking about Jack Vena Landscaping, landscaping at its finest, folks. Everybody needs stuff done around the house. So get a chance. Talk to my buddy Jack Vena. He does an incredible job there, folks, at his landscaping need. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control, the alpha plant design, service, and installation. They've been servicing the North Shore for over 50 years. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266 and tell him Tony O sent ya. That is Jack Vena Landscaping, folks. Ocean's Pit, Toxic Thursday, Tony O and Carol Brandolino are in the house. It's time for the JRC Ace Hardware Minute. It is the weather brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Weather for Thursday, May 15th, 82 degrees right now. Feels like it's 85. It is sunny. It's hot out there. 56 humidity, 12-mile-an-hour winds, maybe some rain later on tonight. But that is the Ace Hardware Minute brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. That's right. So thank you, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Let's hide. Where are you? No, disappear. God, it's a little slow today. All right. What else we got? We got some stuff here on the hotline list here. Breaking news: R. Kelly's attorney announced that Diddy is going to expose names of other celebrities involved. She claims she spoke with R. Kelly and she told her that celebrities having stopped talking to or taking Diddy's calls to prevent implicating themselves. What do you think about this trial? It went to court. Even his kids walked out. If you heard some about that, what do you think is going on with this thing, Carol? I mean, it's
people are going to get. They're getting exposed. He said he's not guilty, right? Of course, he's going to plead not guilty. But people are going to go down. Stuff's going to come out. I mean, it is court. Something's going to come out. But something's going to happen where he's going to drag people down, or he's going to what do they call it when they I'm not rats on people, but he's going to take a deal or something like that to bring other people down. But I think he's pretty much at the top. I don't think there's too many people bigger than him in this whole cluster. That
correct, right. And you know what? There's so many people coming out, though. That's the problem. If you had one or two people saying blah blah blah, whatever it is, but you've got a lot of people coming out now. And look, finally, R. Kelly went down after how many years? And R. Kelly, that P. Diddy's more popular, than got more money than R. Kelly does.
Oh, yeah, I mean, for sure.
So, Karen, how you doing?
Jay-Z's, the Beyoncé's, that's the problem with the Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's and all these big names. Like, they're all screwed. I'm just wondering who's going to do what to try and stifle him. I like, what's going to happen? I think some big shit's going to come out of this for sure. He's going to take a plea deal and rat everybody else out, and he's going to go to jail for sure. I got to feel. But you know what? Hey, wait a minute. Let me take that back. Is he going to go to jail for sure? I don't know. I don't know. We know R. Kelly went down. But P. Diddy's got a lot more money than R. Kelly does. Okay, let's go to, anyway, I want to say hello to Jack and Michelle Ramondi. How you guys doing, guys? Jeanette, I hope you're doing well. Southwest Airlines passenger allegedly strips naked and poops on the plane seat during her flight. Ears were the only thing pooping on a Southwest Airlines flight on Saturday when one passenger allegedly stripped naked and defecated on her seat. Wow! Like a dog.
Folks.
Wow!
That's it. You can't make this shit up, folks. There's a lot of wacko people in this world. We were just talking about dating, and you were talking about online dating. Listen to this. The founder of Match.com, Gary Krebman, lost his wife to a man she met on Match.com.
That's full circle.
Yeah, that's it. Gary Krebman, the founder of Match.com, ironically experienced the ultimate twist of fate, losing his partner to a man she met through the dating platform he created. Krebman launched Match.com in 1990 with his vision of using technology to bring people together. The bizarre real-life story irony that has followed him for years is one of the internet's most talked about dating stories.
Wow.
Now, that's a kick in the ass, just like you said.
It's a kick in the ass. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You want to hear something similar to that. Do you remember Trader Joe's? Trader Joe's. There was a wine there called $2 Chuck.
Yes, I know that one.
Okay. Now, when him and his wife were married, before this wine was very expensive, and it was also his the husband, the owner's favorite wine.
Okay.
So when they got divorced, the wife hated the husband so bad that since she owned half of the store, She took that wine and put it on sale for $2 because just to screw them, and that's why it's called $2 Chuck. So yeah,
I never knew. That's a pretty good story.
Yeah, right. Wait, Boyd, good point. What about the P. Diddy, right? Look at the Epstein thing, swept under the rug. You don't hear anything about this anymore. See, that's what I mean about, I don't know if this guy's going to go down or not, but it's interesting. Folks. Walmart is selling these $400 iPhones for, you hear anything about this? It's a large, I don't know if they're any good, but they're $400 iPhones, and they're selling them in the store for $74. I don't even know what kind they are. I probably should have found out information. If you guys should look that up if you're looking for a new phone. Here you go. And we're just talking about the P. Diddy trial. A key witness in the Sean P. Diddy Combs trial has been reported missing. They may not be able to testify, prosecutors have revealed. No shit.
Because they cut their tongue out of their mouth. Right. Yeah. Or, I mean, they have limbs missing.
No shit. Right. Oh,
right.
No, the witness is gone, folks.
I mean, that's what's going to happen. God. That's what's going to happen. And it's just going to be accepted.
Yeah, but Carol, and you know what? And when you got money, you can make a lot of shit happen. Whether you're behind bars or not, you can make shit.
Yeah.
Even when the mob were behind bars, they were running the world. They were running the world when they were still behind bars. So nothing surprises me on this.
No.
Here's some interesting for people. There's a lot of more crazies out there. TSA stops traveler with a Call of Duty monkey bomb replica at the Boston airport. Call of Duty, I guess, is a video game. Fan ran into trouble with TSA after trying to fly with a monkey bomb replica. The agency shared the incident on Facebook post, the prohibited items that you're not allowed to bring on the plane. Okay, some more dumb stories. Here's one for you, Carol. Lab-grown sperm and eggs will soon let parents customize their own children.
No. Not good.
A biotech startup in California is saying in 10 years, intercourse will no longer be needed for reproduction. Scientists are reaching the ability to grow human egg and sperm in a lab through a process called vitro game autologous. This process is shown to work in mice, and there are many critics when it comes to humans.
So where's the miracle of life? No, where's the miracle of life at that point? I mean, the reproduction and everything that goes along with having a child. I mean, it's just all science at that point, Petri dishes. And now what is it? I don't know. I think that's when God's going to just shut it down. I'll be honest with you. That something serious is going to just happen, and we're going to be done when that shit starts happening. Because what's the point?
I agree with you 100%. I mean, it's with science and AI now and everything that's happening. I don't know. I feel sorry for the younger generation. I don't know how many times we repeat this. And, but we're going to see some of this. We're going to see some of this craziness going on in the next 10 years, God willing. I mean, I'm going to be, I don't know if I want to even see some of this stuff, but I want to be around another 10 years. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't know. It's crazy. It's just nuts. And I don't know how many times, any stories that come on are just mind-boggling to me. Mosquitoes, summer's coming. We know mosquitoes are coming. Study shows mosquitoes like to bite people with type O blood more than those with type A or B blood. Something out there.
Oh, whatever. Wait, type O, because whatever I have, and I don't know, I have to find out again. I should know this. They eat me alive. I can't even be outside for long periods of time. It's terrible. People, I will be like bitten all over the place through my clothes, my ankles, and people are like, "Oh, there's mosquitoes out here everywhere." So whatever blood type that they bite them, that must be what I have.
Type O. They bite type O more than a type A and type B. So there you go.
Maybe I'm type O. Okay.
Yeah, check that out, Scott. They're trying to take the fun out of having kids.
Speaking of, I have a question for you, because I was asked this question by a young person, a very young person. I'm not going to say who, but a young person. and said, I'm just wondering how many times do like couples married or dating for long periods of time or whatever have sex, like just how often. So I'm just curious because I don't think there's a normal or an average, but they come up with these. I don't know who they poll or ask. So I didn't know really what to say. So this was my answer. And I was just guessing because every relationship is different and where you're at in the relationship and all this, right? So I said, and this was my answer. A healthy relationship where you actually kind of, like each other and, everything's pretty good and healthy. I would say maybe twice a week, right? That I was just guessing. And then I'm like, that's like if you're married, right? Now, if you're dating, and it depends if you first start dating, what are the ages of the people? Okay, all these things matter, right? But then you might do it 3-4 times a week. Now, that's some people. Now then I said, but when you have kids, when you first have kids, okay, little kids, listen, that goods dramatically is going to drop. Okay. That might be once every 2 weeks. Who knows? But then she said to me, oh my God. And I said, well, what did you think? I'm just curious. What were you thinking? Just in general, she's like, I don't know, like maybe twice a year. And I said, oh, damn. I said a few things and it was pretty funny, but it's funny how younger kids, they're just learning about this stuff and they're just like, what is normal? What's not normal? What makes, there's so many things that.
Well, and you know what? And you got to think about this. What was normal years ago are completely different normal now. And just like you said, I don't know what it must be like to have a woman who had kids right after she had the kids and doing all this. So I don't know what that was like because Laura already had her kids. But I can just imagine what that must be like. But it's good, and these young kids will ask these questions. There you go, Jerry Jams. The Walmart 189 restored Apple phones, fully stocked. So that's the kind of phones that they're selling. Okay, they're normally $400 phones. Now you can get them. Okay, well, thank you, Jerry, for that. So like on this show, folks, you learn a little bit about everything. And here we are talking again about P. Diddy. Diddy allegedly made sex workers do shocking acts in Cassie's mouth during freak off. Felt like she was choking. Doesn't say exactly what the information, but you can just use your imagination, folks. I can't wait to see this trial. I can't wait to see it come out. Look, man said he was paid thousands to have sex with Cassie as Diddy watched until something turned him off.
God, I can only imagine what could turn him off. I mean, he's obviously if somebody has parties called freak offs or whatever, and this guy's so rich, I hope to God he goes down. I really do. I hope he gets what he deserves. But you know what? Believe it or not, I don't think it's so. With people with a lot of money, I think they can pay off anybody to do anything. And a lot of people are willing to take money to do just about anything. Yes. So I've heard stories like a lot of people paying people to have sex with their wife or whatever, with their husband, whichever one has the money or whatever kind of freak you are, or maybe you can't do it. And so you want to watch somebody else do it. I think it's sick, like, kind of, for sure.
And I also believe, I also believe, like you said, when you have all that money and power, like you have, you can get away with anything. And look, in history shows 99% of that time, you can get away with anything. And it's a trial. You go back to different stuff. There's a lot of people that paid people off. God, look how many times they paid the kid off until Michael Jackson finally caught him after the third or fourth time they paid people off. This has been going on for centuries, folks, which is very, very unfortunate. But that's the way the world is right now. It's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, Toxic Thursday. How about becoming your own bank? We're speaking of money, but try doing money the right way, folks. investing your money and trying to do something the right way. That's right, with Imperialux. That's right. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, making your dream retirement reality with guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson, Craig Cogman help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book them through Canley for a free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve. That's my good friend Wendy and Craig from Imperialux, 630-890-1213. Becoming your own bank. Start to do it. It's never too late. It's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Carol Brandolino is in the house. Carol, how was Springfield, by the way?
I'm glad you asked. It was amazing. So I got to go to the Capitol. I had never been to the Capitol. I've been in Springfield several times, but I didn't go to the Capitol.
Okay.
It was really neat because they were in session. So everybody was there. So we got to meet a lot of different, legislators, senators. It was amazing. So the JCCIA had their reception, their Italian caucus, which is very nice. People come out. Ron Onesti does a great job. It was awesome. But this was what funny. We were at the Capitol and there was a big group of women, older women, very nicely dressed, beautiful makeup, hair, just, and my boss and I were walking, and my boss is a woman and she's Italian, born in Italy. So she speaks fluent Italian. So we're walking and there was a bus coming to pick everybody up, this group from the JCCIA to go to the place where the event was after the little trip to the Capitol. And the ladies came up to us and we said, "Oh, are you waiting for the bus for the JCCIA?" "Oh, yes." So they started speaking Italian to me, not to my boss, but to me. And I said, no, I'm Greek. And here's me, I'm Greek. So I was just like, so I had my name tag on. Okay. So obviously my name tag is Brandolino, right? So they're like, oh, and they're beautiful women. And they started talking then to my boss, because I said, she speaks Italian. And so they were talking and they looked so familiar to me. I knew I met them recently and they were all at the fashion show. I said, "I remember you. There's a gentleman that introduced me to a few of you ladies, and they were a big part of the fashion show with the JCCIA." And I said, the women's division, beautiful ladies. And I said, "Oh, I remember." And she said, we talked for a while and she said, "I want to nominate you for an award," or, so, because I was talking about being on your show. I said, "You guys know." She goes, "Yeah, Tony Ocean was up there. He performed." I said, "Will I co-host a show with him?" And she goes, "You do?" And there was a younger girl, must have been one of their granddaughters or daughters. And she said, this was so funny. I said, "Yeah, I was just on today in the car on the way." She goes, "No, that wasn't you with the sunglasses, was it?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "I was in the car. It was sunny." And she goes, "Oh my God, I was just watching." She goes, "And I thought, who's this hoochie?" And I said, "Why I gotta be a hoochie because I had sunglasses?" So we laughed. She goes, "No, I just thought I loved your look and everything." But I was like, "Oh, who's this one over here, having her discussion?" She goes, "I watch you guys a lot." She goes, "I didn't know that was you." So we all had this great time. And then the lady goes, "I want to nominate you for something in the JCCIA." I said, "Well, oh, well, what?" She goes, "Well, aren't you Italian a little bit?" I go, "Well, I mean, I gave birth to 2 Italian and Greek kids. So, I mean, they out of me." I said, "But, She goes, "You know what? No." She goes, "Go get a DNA test." She goes, "I'm sure you got some Italian in you." Okay. She said, "Even if it's, small percentage." She goes, "Go get the test so we can get this." I go, "Okay, listen, I'm in. I'm going to go get the test now." And I'm going to come back. Yeah. And even if it's 4% Italian, I'm coming back. And she goes,
"You're coming back. And you're gonna get an award." Absolutely. No, that's pretty funny. That's pretty
the best.
Funny
You're
shit.
The best. Yeah, it was funny.
That
I love
is
those
funny,
ladies.
man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is funny.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're Italian. Go take a test. Go take a test. I'm surprised she didn't offer to pay for it. I'll pay for it. Go take the test. You know what I mean?
I'll take it. I mean,
You see, you got some great stories here, folks. It's Ocean's Pit, Toxic Thursday with Carol Brandolino. Carol, not everyone staring at you is admiring you. Some are amazed you survived the traps they set for you.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. They're waiting for you to fail.
That is interesting how people and it's true. These people out there, you know how it is. Like I said, there's a lot of haters out there. Breaking news: Democrat governors Tim Walz, J.B. Pritzker, and Kathy Hochul are now forced to testify before the House Oversight Committee for sheltering illegal aliens. That's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, popcorn is absolutely right on this.
Yep.
And of course, there's going to be something that's going to be probably swept under the rug or whatever's going to happen. I don't know. It is Ocean's Pit. Listen, what we got right here: 40 cheat codes for life that no one ever tells you.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's do a couple of them here. Number one.
Okay.
You can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first.
That's true.
Number two, the best things happen when you step out of your comfort zone.
Yep.
Progress is progress, no matter how small. Good point. Your mindset determines your life.
I'm living all of these right now. It's true.
There you go. Number five. Don't be afraid to start over. It's a chance to rebuild. Happiness is a choice, not a destination. Small habits lead to big changes. Sometimes saying nothing is the best response.
Yes.
And the only way out is through. The only way out is through.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Like go through it. You got to get through it. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no easy way out.
Don't compare your journey to everyone else's. People who mind don't matter, and people who matter don't mind. Life is too short to dwell on the past. You are stronger than you think. It's okay not to have it all figured out, et cetera, et cetera. These are all some pretty good things in life. Whether you're going through anything right now, it's good. How about 6 truths that nobody wants to accept? 6 truths that nobody wants to accept. Your circle gets narrower as you get older because you realize the importance of quality. That's true. You need to cut off toxic people to realize the value of your life. Your thoughts control you only if you let them. Regrets hurt you more than failure. Don't hold yourself back. No matter what, you'll be. I love this one. No matter what you do, you'll be judged. So do it anyway. Amen. Love that one.
Yeah,
love that
that's
one.
True.
The number one. Sometimes you need to unlove people to get back to yourself.
Yeah.
So more interesting stuff that we're learning here, folks, on Ocean's Pit. It's amazing. Let's see here. Humans could be, wow, now this is interesting. Humans could be immortal by 2029. Nanobots may take aging optional, nanobots, Nanobots, may make aging optional. What if death became optional? According to famed futurist and computer scientist Ray Kurzweil, we could achieve immortality as soon as 2029 thanks to the rise of AI nanobots, gender engineering, and brain-computer. What are they trying?
What about disease? Right, but what about disease? What about what's killing people? I mean,
good point. Kurzweil predicts microscopic robots will soon repair our cells from within, stopping aging as it tracks and shielding us from disease. With our minds possibly uploading to cloud, he believes we're nearing longevity escaped. What the fuck?
That is a fact.
You got something happening. All right, they're going to go inside and fix it yourself.
So you're going to be a computer, basically. Yeah. Uploading into a cloud, your memories. Like that's fucked up. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, folks. And you know what? The list goes on and on and on of what's going on in this crazy world. What's it going to be like? 2029 is not that far away, Carol. 2029 is not that far away. The major things can be changing in the next couple of years is going to be just scary. And I don't know if we're all ready for it. And I don't know if we're ready for it. Anyway, it's come to the end. I come to the end of the hour, but it is coming to the end of the hour of Ocean's Pit, folks. And we got to just make sure we did one more commercial, folks. Of course, promo for our good friends. Boy, I should have hit the original one. Airtight Windows, folks. Louis Pipes. If you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. 708-788-5000. Tell them Louis Pipes. Tell them Tony O sent you and get a great deal for our good friends from Airtight Windows, Louis Pipes. Guys, tonight we'll be at Rockin' Ravioli, Legends Theater. It's right down in Des Plaines, St. Charles, and you walk in the Arcada Theater, folks. It's right there. It's about going to be an 8 o'clock show now. Ocean's Rat Pack, Bill Saratella, Elliot Wimbush, and yours truly. Not 7:30. Show's now, but about 150 tickets right now. I think it only holds 160. So that's going to be a show tonight. Tomorrow, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Jerry Jams. And then Saturday, we'll be at Martini's in May in St. Germain, Wisconsin with Daryl Armenstad, the professor. So it'll be a lot of fun. Next Wednesday, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Get your ass out to the Getaway, folks. French Country Inn, right. The hotel is right next door. If anybody needs hotel rooms, we can probably get you a good rate. That's next Wednesday on the 21st. On the 27th of May, we'll be at Positano's in Oak Brook with Lisa P. and Jerry Jams. On the 25th, we'll be at the Thirsty Parrot downtown. Downtown. It's in Lake Geneva, Lake Como, folks, from 2 to 5. The 29th will be at the Village Pub with in North Riverside, excuse me. And June 1st will be at J-Mo's with Ocean's Rat Pack. Mocha, Southside, Illinois. Birthdays for Thursday, May 15th. Let's see here. Tony Tennille from Captain and Tennille would have been 88 years old. Billy Joel, 76 years old. John Goodman, 72. Bono from U2, 65 years old. The great dancer Fred Astaire is celebrating a birthday. Former Sex Pistol Sid Vicious would have been celebrating a birthday. Dave Mason. Eric Burton from The Animals is 84. Gary Cooper. Tom Todd Dooley from The Crying Shame celebrating a birthday. Christopher Knight. Peter Brady would be 67 years old. Patrick Stewart is 84 years old. And John F. Kennedy, former president of the United States, would be celebrating a birthday, folks. Well, it comes to that time of the year, folks. And I hope you guys had a good time, folks. Thank you, Carol Brandolino, again for being with us on Thursday. We'll see you again on Twisted Tuesday, folks. But let's get to our good friends again from Ace Hardware with their brand new stores, folks. Fox River Grove, Illinois, and Richmond, Illinois. They got a lot of good stuff going, folks. Don't forget to tune up that lawnmower. Parts start at $105 plus parts. They're your neighborhood powerhouse. And take advantage of the Auto Key program at all their stores. They program car cut keys up to 50% at the dealership. Visit the Helpful Hub to speak to a certified team member. Don't forget to grill your ace off. Take care of our good friends from keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. That's right, folks. And make the JRC Ace Hardware stores your grilling destination. They have a large variety of grills on display with free assembly and delivery on all grill purchases, $3.99 or more. That's our friends from Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Guys, have an incredible day. It's beautiful out there, and hope you guys come out to see us at the show tonight at the Rockin' Ravioli Legend Show. Be kind, everybody. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. And just because you're offended, right, Carol? If you're offended, turn the show. You don't have to watch it. And remember, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. I love that quote. Very, very cool. You have a great day, guys. Everybody, enjoy your day. Nick Sahajas, take us out. Bye-bye, everybody.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from town.
Love, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See you tomorrow on Friday.